everybody. I am Miss Barbara, and I'm happy to be here with you again to share another lesson for our Unity Church of Austin Sunday School program. I hope that you are doing well and that you enjoy our short lesson today. We're going to talk today about perseverance. What is perseverance? What does that mean? I really liked, there's a quote in the materials from Thomas Edison where it says, calls it stick-to-itiveness. The three things that are most essential to achievement are common sense, hard work, and stick-to-itiveness. Sticking to it, even when it's hard, even when you feel like giving up. That's perseverance, seeing something through. So let's start with our affirmation. I will keep my energy moving and finish what I start. Can you say it with me? I will keep my energy moving and finish what I start. I will keep my energy moving and finish what I start. So we'll start with a story, and we have a few questions and just maybe a little bit of talking afterwards, but not too much. So here we go. The story is called Thomas Edison Never Quit. Oh, wait, I have a picture for you of Thomas Edison. Here it is. Here he is. And there was another good one that I liked from when he was younger. Yeah, let's have this one up for our story. There he is. Okay. Thomas Edison was the youngest child in a busy, noisy household. He had 6 older brothers and sisters. As soon as he could talk, he began to ask questions like, how does that work? And why does that happen? He discovered that he usually had to figure out the answers himself. He asked questions all through his life, and he worked hard to find the answers. Thomas had so many questions and so much energy that school was a problem. His mother knew it wasn't the right place for Thomas, so she took him out after 3 months, and he never went back. But Thomas studied and learned with his mother's help. He diligently tried to read every book in the local library and discovered his favorite subject was science. By the time he was 12, he had read adult books on chemistry and physics and had set up a laboratory for experiments in the basement. His first job was working for a railroad, selling candy and newspapers to the passengers on the trains. Whenever he could, he did experiments with his equipment in one of the baggage cars, and this led to trouble. One day, some chemicals spilled when the ride got bumpy and the car caught fire. No one was hurt, but his boss was very angry, and Thomas wasn't allowed to work on the train anymore. He sold the candy and newspapers to passengers when they got off the train. After Thomas jumped on the train tracks and saved a little boy one day, the grateful father taught him how to work a telegraph machine. Thomas immediately started working on ways to improve the telegraph. He once said, "I never pick up an item without thinking of how I might improve it." That's how Thomas Edison got to be one of the most famous scientists in the world. He never stopped improving things. The light bulb was one of Thomas's greatest challenges. Electricity had to go through wires and then over a small thread or filament, which would heat up and glow. The filament had to be just right or it would not work. Edison wanted to make a filament which was strong enough to last a long time, would glow brightly, and not burn up quickly. It also had to be a material that was easy to work with, affordable, and safe. Thomas tried every kind of material he could think of. He used every kind of plant fiber he knew, and then he tried combining different kinds and testing each combination. When those didn't work, He ordered plants from other places, such as the Amazon rainforest, and he tried all of those. After testing a few hundred different kinds of filaments, Thomas could have quit. It was tedious, detailed work that had to be done very carefully. But Thomas patiently kept trying. For 2 years, he and his lab assistants kept making new filaments and testing how long they lasted and how brightly they glowed. After testing hundreds, then thousands of filaments, Edison found one that worked better than all the others. He had created, checked, and discarded about 6,000 filaments before he found the right one. Finding the right filament was important, but that wasn't enough for Thomas. He also tried thousands of ways to make the glass bulb, which held the filament. He didn't stop there either. He figured out how to put the electrical wires into homes and how to make a switch that would turn the lights on and off. He designed the power station to bring electricity where it was needed, and Edison didn't quit until it was safe and practical for people to use. Of course, then he worked on ways to improve it all. In his lifetime, Thomas worked on thousands of different science projects, inventions, and improvements on previous inventions. Scientists all over the world used his methods and his laboratories as models for their own work. Many people didn't even realize that the hardworking Edison was almost completely deaf, but Thomas didn't let that bother him. He said it helped him to concentrate. Thomas Edison never stopped asking questions and looking for answers. He once said, "If we all did the things we are really capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves." I love that. I love that last quote. If we all did the things we are really capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves. So that's our story. Here are a few questions to follow up on it. Was there anything you have learned to do that was difficult and took perseverance? Can you think of anything? I had a few. I thought of a few examples. The first one that came to mind was roller skating. That took some time and some falling down to figure out. And tying my shoes. That took a while to learn too. Reading, that's an example in the story or in the questions here. Learning to read or learning math facts, those are good examples too. I wonder if you have any examples. I guess I can move our screen here. There were some other cool pictures. There's another one of Thomas Edison that I wanted to, I'm just scrolling through. I don't know what all of these things are, so I should stop. There he is. Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen and we'll close out our lesson here. So, do you know anyone who never gives up, like Thomas Edison? Probably aren't that many. Well, I don't know. I wonder, do you have Thomas Edisons in your life? That took a lot of perseverance. 6,000 filaments. It took a lot of perseverance, but there's this great quote also in our materials. Never give up, for that is just the place and time that the tide will turn. Isn't that a great thought? Like you get to that point when you're trying to learn something or trying to accomplish something and you just think, I can't do anymore. And if you keep going, that might be, instead of quitting, that might be just the moment. That was Harriet Beecher Stowe that said that. That might be just the moment that the tide is about to turn. Another one of the messages that came with our lesson today is, it's said a couple of times in different ways, but that practicing perseverance in small endeavors will help you achieve your highest aspirations. So it's really the idea that if you keep at it, when it's a small thing that you're trying to learn, you like build that muscle. So then you know that the next thing that you have to learn that might be bigger, or the next challenge that you might be presented with in your life, like, you've done it before, so you for sure can do it this time, right? And then you just keep getting stronger and stronger and building that muscle and showing yourself how much you're capable of, astounding yourself, right? As Thomas Edison would say. This last question was funny to me. I wonder what you would think. Do you think it would be fun to be Thomas Edison's assistant? Why or why not? Well, you'd have to persevere, huh? I think that's it for today. It was fun to share that story. It was fun to for me to think about all the things that I've had to persevere to get through. And one of the questions that they asked the teachers in the beginning of this was what is that experience like, and what did you learn from it? And I think one thing that comes to mind that I'm always trying to keep myself aware of when I'm in the middle of a situation that feels hard is that I'm never alone in that situation. I'm never doing it all by myself. There was always God with me. It's not just me trying to do something, just one lonely person. I have a lot of help and a lot of support, and so do you. And I think that's our lesson for today. So let's finish with our prayer for protection. Well, first, actually, let's do this one. From your teachers at Unity Church of Austin to you, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. So for our prayer, the light of God surrounds me, the love of God enfolds me, the power of God protects me, and the presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. I hope you're well. I hope the beginning of your school year is going well, and I hope I get to see you in person soon. Until next time, bye-bye.